welcome to TradeFlash. TradeFlash. The show where we give you the latest high, lows and whoop-de-doos. So what's the big news stories of the day that you need to be aware of right now? What are the biggest movers of the day of stock, currencies, cryptos, commodities, indices and more? So find out everything you need to know in today's episode of TradeFlash. TradeFlash. So let's have a look at the latest news. So the big stories today. The US labour market is struggling, but there is light at the end of the tunnel. The number of Americans filing for new applications for unemployment benefits fell slightly last week as the labour market continued to tread water. But a drop in new COVID-19 cases has raised caution's optimism that momentum could pick up by the end of spring. Bitcoin is still on the rise, so yesterday it soared past the 48,000 mark for a second time this week, hitting a fresh all-time high. And also President Biden warns that China will overtake them if we don't start get moving on infrastructure. So President Joe Biden warned lawmakers Thursday that China is aggressively outpacing the United States on infrastructure. So let's have a look at the indices then. The S&P 500 went down 0.25 yesterday, same as the Dow. The Dow went down 0.38% yesterday, and the DAX up 0.77% after yesterday's fall, and also the FTSE 100. So having a look at the stock side of things then, so RCMs, that's RCM Technologies, rose 61.25% yesterday, whereas BRQS also rose 52.34%. Another one in the pile is AYLA, that rose 53.85%. So looking good in some of the stocks in the US market. However, some of them fell quite considerably. So TLRY, that's Tilray Incorporated, went down 46.07%, and GTBP went down 39.67%. Looking at the UK side of things then, so they had N4P, that went up 55.56% yesterday, and MXC, that rose 50.91%. Whereas some of the UK companies, such as One Heritage Group, that went down 21.51% yesterday. In currencies, the euro is up against the US dollar by 0.09%, and the US dollar is up against the Japanese yen 0.18%. However, the British pound is down against the dollar at 0.18%, and the Australian dollar is up against the US dollar 0.33%. The US dollar is slightly up against the Canadian dollar, which is 0.02%, and also the US dollar is slightly up against the Swiss franc at 0.01%. In the cryptos, the Bitcoin against the US dollar is currently up 6.60%, and Ethereum again up 2.78%. XRP is also plus 4.21%. And actually across the board, all cryptocurrencies seem to be up. In the commodities then, so crude oil was down 0.084% yesterday, natural gas 1.65% down, and Brent oil also down, so down all over today. Whereas metals, same story there too, negative 1.02%, and silver 0.45% down. Whereas agricultural, that's on the front of the coffee's up 0.08%, as well as cotton's up just over 2%, and soybean is also up. So let's have a look at the week's events coming up then. We've got some busy stuff coming from the UK and the US on Wednesday, which could see some fluctuations, so it's worth keeping your eye out for. So that's it for today. You are now up to date. I'll be back for tomorrow with more. Remember, like, share and subscribe so you can be bang up to date with TradeFlash. TradeFlash.